Hi,
Hello, how are you?
fine, you?
Good, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, so let's get into it. I want to ask you, what do you find most appealing about this show that make you want to be a part of P-Valley?
I think the biggest thing was the writing and working with Katori Hall. The moment I picked up the script, I was like, I have to have this role, even though early on I wasn't too sure. And then once I saw the writing and I saw, this character, I was like, yeah, that is the biggest point of the job that I do is portraying such wonderful characters, and she's fantastic. So I feel very, very blessed to be able to be in the space to do that.
The perspective of this show is very interesting. How do you feel about the way the women are portrayed and shown?
Um, I think it's amazing. I think we're in a time where we finally can do that. We can finally see these characters on screen, and also to be involved with a female writer, female directors, is incredible. I think in my whole career, I've probably only worked with about three. And I've been acting since I was a kid, so it's so nice to be in a space where women are telling their story and the truth of their story, and then also being able to do that through a female gaze.
What would you say was the biggest acting challenge you had in bringing out tonight to the screen?
I think it has to have been the secret behind who she was. I know a lot of the audience were really just waiting to find out, who is this woman, who's this person, because there was always something to cover up who Hailey Colton was, whether it was her name Autumn Night or Lakeisha Savage or the wigs or the outfits or whatever it was. Even for me, having to hold that very tight and close in, and portray something different to what this character was feeling, there's a challenge there because the undercurrent is so sad, and the experiences that she had before were so difficult in her life, but she had to still put on a brave face and still hide this past that she had. So that was always a challenge, but it's always great to have that in my world because it keeps things exciting.
As you study and prepare for your character, do you find anything in common between you and Autumn that will enrich your performance?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Any character that I get, I always kind of lend a bit of myself to them, but I always learn something from them. I think it's the similarities between us two is the competitiveness. I love how much she goes for what she really wants, but also the vulnerability. We all have that to a certain extent, and the way that she deals with it, I learn kind of a lot about that, and it made me look at myself and how I dealt with my vulnerability throughout my life and how I'm dealing with it now. So that's always cool. The learning experience is always the best part, I think, of the job.
What does it mean to work in a production with so much female talent behind and in front of the camera?
um I am so happy that this is the job that is doing so well and that I'm involved in, just because the industry is slowly changing, and we're only now really getting to see these strong female characters on screen, and it's so important to the growth of the world and of this industry to do that, because there's so many women out there who have to tell their stories, just like all the men have been doing over the years. Um, but it's with this show, the biggest thing is being able to show this world and show the human side of these people in this job that people have made assumptions about. It's very important to educate, and I think this show does that.
What did you enjoy the most about filming this new season?
Being back with the cast, was my favorite part. They're so wonderful. Everyone is so talented, and there's so many big personalities, and it's a nice group of people to be around with, and that makes it easy. But I'm always learning from them. You know, everybody has taken their characters on in different ways, and they all have their different process. So being a part of that, I think that has to be the most enjoyable part of filming the show in general.
To end, I would like to ask you to use your own words to invite the audience of Mundo Películas all over Latin America to watch the new season of P-Valley.
In my own words, guys, watch the show, because it will teach you 1,000,001 things in the most epic and explosive way. It's sexy, it's inviting, it's full of excitement and turmoil in all the ways that will keep you, you know, wanting to watch more and more and learn more about these characters. I'm really very excited to have such a wide audience, and I think the show is only going to live on and continue if the fans keep loving it, and I hope they do.
All right, Pink Posse.
It's finally here.
Get ready.
The trailer for P-Valley starts in
3, 2,
1.
Ooh, let's go, y'all.